Hey everybody, welcome back. So in today's video, I just am doing a full face of makeup. I kind of forgot. I was messing with my makeup the other day and playing with it. Just going through the drawers, you know. Sometimes I like to do that. It's super fun for me. And I was like, whoa. And some of the stuff I found that I kind of forgot about. Kind of because, like, if I would go through my drawers and be like, where's this? Then I know that stuff is there. I don't ever really forget about anything per se. So yeah, and some stuff watching other videos kind of reminded me, hey, I have that. I need to really give that a try, bring that back into the rotation and try it. So I'm going to start off with primer that I kind of forgot about, and this is the Touch and So No Problem I can't say this. Porblum, I can't say it, primer. So the BoxyCharm this month has reminded me of this. I couldn't avoid any spoilers. I don't know. It was just all over everywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on. I have actually, since moving my makeup around, I have actually not used this. And I have a little friend who's kind of trying to hang out here, and I kind of forgot about how I like this. I remember going on really smoothly. Porblum. Maybe it just sounds funny to me. Maybe I'm saying it just fine. Porblum. Yep, I remember loving this. So I'm going to take my sponge. This is an Eco Tool sponge. I'm trying out all the different kinds of sponges, and then we will check back. I'm just patting over this area, and I'm going to take a little bit more because I have some pretty good prominent pores right here. And I'm going to take my Eco Tool sponge and just squirt some here and there and there, and then just use a sponge to kind of pat it in right there. And I can already notice kind of a difference. Nothing ever really messes with my pores, like fully makes them go away. That's just how mine are. I mean, I just have some fun pores. So the primer is on, and I'm going to take Milani Make It Dewy Setting Spray. I always set my face before and then after. That's just kind of how I always done it. But I did kind of forget about this until just, oh my goodness, I got it in my mouth. Don't talk while doing that. I'm just taking my sponge again and just pouncing that on to my face. I don't know if the Marc Jacobs mirror better. No, this one's cleaner. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you what I'm going to put on for foundation and concealer. They are not stuff I forgot about. This is the Light Illusion foundation from Flower, and then this is my Project Pan, the Pixie Brightening Peach Concealer. And then for my little friend here, I am going to use my CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous Concealer. So I will be right back. Okay, so I have applied my foundation and everything went on very nicely. And I'm going to go ahead and set my under eye only right now with the Marc Jacobs Perfection Powder Finish Line. It's like the white, almost like the HD one. This is the pointed foundation brush from e.l.f. The rest of my face, I have actually sadly never tried this since I got this in a BoxyCharm. This is the Pretty Vulgar Loose Powder. It comes with a cute little sponge. It's the Powder Room Translucent Setting Powder from Pretty Vulgar. Take a powder brush and swirl it, tap it, just like we did with Bare Minerals in the day. I can't tell you whether I like this or not because this is a first impressions, which I don't really give good. I don't really like first impressions on makeup. There ain't no way you can learn to love something in one time. My friend did not want to go away. He really wants to be part of the show. Okay, put the powder puff back in here. It's a really, really beautiful, beautiful packaging. One of those ones that you could sit out on your vanity and would look really pretty and cute. Pretty vulgar powder. Just taking the brush that I used for the under eye. Nice. Now the sponge, my first impression of this sponge, I'm just going to tell you real quick what I think about it. Now I will have other opinions formed about this, but with this foundation, I don't know, these don't work because normally this foundation looks really, really great on me, but it just doesn't look good right now. And this sponge absorbed a lot of the product. So, I mean, that's a sponge, granted, but at the same time, not every sponge will absorb everything that, you know, like not every sponge is the same absorbency, is what I'm saying. Ranting about a sponge. There's going to be another whole video about sponges, so. I'm going to go in with my Flower Beauty Draw the Line Eyebrow Pencil in the shade Brunette. And I will just quickly do this, but this has a spoolie on it. I mean, it's not my most favorite eyebrow pencil, but it's definitely not one I would pass up, you know, pass up trying. Like, I will buy it if I had to, you know, if it was the only one that I could see at the drugstore, you know. My favorite one is the NYX pencil. Okay, so before we move on to the eyes, I'm just going to highlight the brow and, you know, finish off the brows a little bit with some concealer using the tip of this sponge. And then I'm going to place a little bit of concealer here in the middle of my eyebrows because before I started filming I plucked some hairs there and the skin there is like, what are you doing to us? Stop plucking stuff out of us. I already put my pretty vulgar one away, so I'm just going to use the Marc Jacobs. Alright, so lastly for my brows, I'm going to use my NYX Control Freak Brow Gel. I love this stuff so much. It's actually phenomenal. Sorry if you hear somebody moving around. It's my dog. He's trying to see if he can find cereal crumbs. My son had a little bit of cereal that spilled and my dog is smelling it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to my eyes real quick. I'm going to set, this isn't something I forgot about, this is just something that I use every time I do shadow. This is my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. So if you guys are new to my videos, I am a cruelty-free makeup lover. So everything in this video and every other video of mine up until a year ago is cruelty-free. If things change, let me know if I haven't heard about it yet. Okay, so for eye shadow, I was going through my makeup and I forgot about this one until I was in the store and I was like, oh yeah, I do have that. But then I saw this one, so I kind of want to mix these together. This one is actually beautiful, and I'm actually really wanting to do another everyday makeup drawer video because there's a lot of stuff I want to pull out and use. I have to rotate I have to rotate in the video. I like to do that. So before I start, I'm actually going to just apply a little bit of this just on the inner, well, I want to use this. It's the City Colors White Gold Cream Eyeshadow, and I want to use it, but I just don't know when. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the Glow Me Away palette from NYX. And I'm going to start with this shade right here. Just kind of buffing that into the crease in the outer corner. And I'm really just going to blow this color out. This palette is really phenomenal. It's a beautiful, beautiful palette. Maybe we will just kind of really focus on the crease area, and maybe just kind of pull in that white gold and then some of those other shades from the other NYX palette. So I'm just kind of building this up here on the outer corner and then blending it through. I'm dusting my brush off. If you are also new to my videos, I always keep a washcloth. I found a whole bunch of them. They're purple off of Amazon. I haven't really had any staining. This is just from like 1 or 2 days use, but not actually from today, a lot of it. I just dust my brush off as I go, and it works so much better than a color switch. I've had a color switch, and you know, I can't really throw that whole thing in the washing machine, you know. Just saves me more money. Really, just because I'm cheap. Just kidding. No, it's just kind of, in the long run, just a little bit more cost effective, maybe. Because, maybe even more sanitary, because you could, if you're doing other people's makeup, you could bring like 4 washcloths or rags, and, you know, whatever you need, and do that. So I'm just taking a big fluffy brush, this is like a dual fiber brush, and I'm just blending where the color stops to help it a little bit more. And it kind of blended it a little bit away, but that's okay, because I want to add a little bit of a different color. So I am going to go in with this shade right next to it. I'm going to go in with a shimmer into the crease. Well, maybe not. I'm going to go into this one right here, and then we'll go on to the Mochi palette. And this is a more fluffy brush, has a little bit less control, so I'm really just kind of doing that to feather that color into the other one, and really nice, have a nice good blend there. So I worked that other color into the crease. They're really quite similar. They're in the same color family. One's just lighter and one's darker. But I'm going to go in with the other brush that we're using. It's a little bit more of a controlled domed brush. I'm going to dip into the darkest shade here. It's like the chocolatey brown. More of a dark chocolate color. And I'm going to dip into there, but I'm dipping it not on the top, here on the side, and just here on the outerest, closest edge of your lid. And tapping this here just to really add the most dimension to the corner. And I'm going to take the other brush that I was using and lightly, lighted hand, feather it in and blend it. Okay. Same thing on the other side. Same, taking my dual fiber brush that I used at the beginning and blending away the corners. So far I've used only 3 brushes, but just for the crease alone. So that's me being extra, I guess. Okay, here we go, have a dog jingles. I'm going to take the LA Colors liquid, actually white gold mousse eyeshadow. This actually came in like a Ipsy or something a long time ago, so don't come for me because it is kind of a little bit older, but I'm gonna take this and just put some on my brush here. It's very moussey and it feels very good. And I've used it quite a bit, like it's almost halfway gone, but it's freaking gorgeous. So I'm taking a brush and applying this, almost kind of cutting the crease with it just a bit. I'm not going all the way to the crease. And just taking, not picking up anymore, taking it and just dragging it inward. And wiping my brush off. Pulling what's left here across. And then patting the corners. Pulling and patting, pulling and patting. And since it is a moussey texture, it may take a little while to dry. So just kind of keep your eye open. So picking up a little bit more for the other side. Alright, so I have that on the lid, and I'm going to go in with the Mochi palette, and I'm just not going to place anything directly on top of that shade. I'm just going to place something in like almost like where it ends, because I don't think that this product is going to hold shadow very well, because it might be a little bit, might cause too much and it might cause creasing and whatever. So I'm going to take this shade right here, it's like a pink tone right here, and place that. Now these, if you remember right, these are like cushiony, like they have really cool texture to them. So I'm picking up that shade and going to apply it almost right next to that gold shade. I can't see it. And maybe just over the top of it, just a little bit overlapping to blend it. Taking my brush, wiping it off on a rag, and then just kind of going back over it, patting. Nope, not swiping or anything, patting it. Oh my gosh, that looks really cool. I was not expecting it to look this interesting, but it looks pretty interesting. So I'm just kind of going back over with that pink tone and just kind of really hoping it kind of blend with all the other colors we have up there. A quick tip for this, I've seen some people, the reviews on this are like okay, a lot of people have problems later, it doesn't stick to their brush. So if you're in there and this is the brush I just used, if you're in there and you're going like this, you're not going to get much product. It's actually, I'm going to get a white kind of a brush so you can see. Actually, I'll get this one because it's beautifully white. Okay, so this brush, white. Okay, so I'm going to show you on this blue shade right here. If you're on there and you're like this, there's not very much product that's coming off on that brush. But if you're in there and you go like this, rub it, you're gonna get way more product. Okay, it's just gonna come off a little bit more, but if you don't scrub it, just rub it back and forth. Okay, look, I have some product. And if I just swipe, you don't get very much, but if you do this, you'll get way more. It's just interesting. You just have to, like I said in the past, you have to learn the eyeshadow palettes that you have. You have to learn them. You should get to know them. Take them on a date. Befriend them. Don't just give them a one-shot wonder. So since we're on, I didn't forget about this because I don't keep a lot of liners. So I'm going to use this NYX Epic Ink Liner. I've heard a lot of people like this. I don't remember. That is my liner done. It's a NYX Epic Ink Liner. It's really hard to do liner on camera, so I just don't. Now I'm going to do my mascara. Alright, so there is our mascara on. I used Worth the Hype NYX mascara. Check this mascara out, people. It's a really, really good mascara. I just finished this up right now. It's kind of really done. I've had it for a while, and it's a really, really good mascara. So let's go ahead and do something on the lower lash line, and I'm going to stick with this palette, I think. Actually, I'm going to keep the eyes how they are. So I'm going to take this shadow right here and put it on my lower lash line, and I'm going to stamp where I want the most color and blend that through and then drag it across. Now for funds, for fun's sake, because it's nighttime right now, and I'm going to wash this off when I'm done. So I'm going to take this shade right here from the Mochi palette, and I'm going to put that on my brow bone. It's almost like a nice glaze of color. It's not anything like to write home about. Like, it's not going to come off like super white and pink, like a super pinky white. You know what I mean? It's just a nice, you won't see it unless you're in a certain angle. It's pretty interesting. Okay, I'm going to apply a little bit of this also on the inner corner, because I'm fun that way. So that is our eyes, and we are done with our eyes. All right, so for bronzer, I am going to use the Too Faced Heartbreaker bronzer in Sweet Tea. I don't know what I was gonna say. Let's find a brush that I like to use. So this is a good one. So I'm going to mix actually both the shades together, and I'm not going to really contour this, so I'm going to bring it up a little bit higher and here into the back. And almost like a V shape right here. And just blend it like you never blended before. Like it was just like part of your job. Like that's your job. You gotta blend or you can't make the dough. Always blend it. And I'm going to bronze up here with this. This is a really good bronzer. And dust my brush off to get off the excess powder. Bring some life back into our brush. And just blend it. If you need extra help blending, don't go into another powder. Just take your brush that you used for powder. I'm trying to say this, I might as well just demonstrate it. So take your brush that you used for powder and just help blend it away, because there's going to be leftover product on your brush and it will help blend it away. Like, that's kind of just the natural process of things, I guess. It really works. So, alright, so for my blush, I picked this out because I actually have not used it yet, because I was just saving it for summertime because it's so crazy. This is from Sleek, and this is the Take a Cheeky Peek blush palette. I'm actually not going to use one of my blush brushes that I use every day because I just don't know. So I'm going to take this shade right here and dip my brush into it a bit. And just see what happens. That's actually, I was like, oh my gosh, orange! It's not too shabby. Not too shabby. So, when you are applying blush, we're just going to do some lessons today. Feel where your cheekbones are. Feel your bone structure. So my cheekbones start here and they go backwards. You can feel where they go. So you want to kind of follow that line. And then your contour is going to go, your highlight is going to go up higher up here. And then your contour is down here. So you have this space right here to, I almost kind of want to draw a graph if I could. I don't have time for that right now, but so that's where you want to feel your bone structure. Once again, we're taking ourselves on a date. We went on a date with a palette. We're going to take ourselves on a date to our face, and we're going to like learn our bones, because like everyone has a different bone structure. So like some people have chins that like will fold up, and some people have like no chins. Like my family, like my mom, we all kind of have like a chin that goes down a bit down here. So at least I think that I have that chin. Before someone's like, you don't really have that. Shh, you. Alright, So the next thing I was watching X Sparkage and she was like raving about this. She used to love, she still does, the Naked Cosmetics pigments, the duochromes. And we have that here. Look at that in the freaking mirror. Oh, I caught in the mirror. In the camera. Alright, I am going to go in with a fun color because my eyes are fun. We're going to wash this off. Now I'm going to try this green puppy right here. We are just having so much fun playing with makeup. And if I wanted to wear a green highlight out, who is going to stop me? You? Well, I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to be your friend, but I don't mean wear a green highlight out. Come on. Like, it's really cool. Ta. Ta. Now, I think we'll mix one. I'm gonna mix this one right here. What does that look like? Purpley. Ooh, it's a purpley shift. So we're gonna purple and pink and green shift. Okay. Let's do that. One that here. This is a SMS Glam brush. I love it. I love SMS Glam brushes. If they wanted to be my friend, I wouldn't care about that. I would say, come over and let's have a party. Let's do it. Alright, party party. I'm just having so much fun right now, so if you're like totally catching my vibe, I'm going to finish with the Make It Do It Setting Spray from Milani, and I'm going to just set my face. Look at that. I'm like so dewy and glowy and like, ah. I just thought you guys should know that I'm having so much fun doing this. Okay. Just patting that away a little bit. Alright, for lips. I pulled 3 things that I kind of forgot about. Is the Marabella Pop Velvet Lip Pencil. And this is like orange. I have everything swatched here already. And actually that could be fun. So I'm going to do the Mirabelle one because it kind of, the pink almost looks like an orange. That's pretty cool. So I'm going to do this without a lip liner. Some layering. Whoa! Oh my gosh, it's so funny because it looks like bright neon in the camera, and I care. It just kind of looks like an orangey red. It looks so bright on the viewfinder. Alright guys, so that is the end of this playing with makeup I kind of forgot. So, what do you guys think? This was so fun to do, and I just love to like play with makeup. Whatever I want on my face and then just wash it off later. No, I don't do this every day. If I'm going to like a doctor's appointment with my kids or a school meeting, I'm not going to just be like, what are we gonna do today? I'm gonna do what I know works. I don't have time for that every day, so this is the time. So this is the time that I have to do whatever I want, play with whatever I want, and experiment with whatever I want. This is my time. Me time, really. Alright, so without me more talking, because I'm just in a giddy mood, I am going to go ahead and say goodbye to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys did like this video, go give it a thumbs up, and I will know to do more videos like this. Because it's not a chit chat, it's a... Alright, so without further ado, I'm going to say go ahead and subscribe if you like this video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.